Hamilton, your leader. He sets the pace. Working on Hamilton down the back chute. Great race for first, coming across the line. Flag. Checkered flag for Las Vegas, Nevada's Davey Hamilton. Hamilton, Ellison, and Gardner, your top three. All right, Davey can hear you. Nice round of applause for Las Vegas, Nevada's Davey Hamilton. He came to us from West Jordan, Utah, did a super job. Please let him know it. Todd Ellison. And from Fresno, California, finishing third in car number 51, Jeff Gordon. No, sorry. It's a little pun there, Jeff. Jeff Gardner.
Steve Stacy. Starting next to Steve in the 42X car. Out of Petaluma, California, that's a Victor Gonella. Second row inside in the number 4 car. Out of Series, welcome Greg Williams. On the outside, row number 2 in the 17 car. Out of Groveland, California, welcome to 99 Speedway, Paul Henry. Third row in the 23 car is Mark Welch, our last year's track championship in this particular division. Third row outside, the 14 car out of Sacramento, that's Tony Silva. Starting behind Tony in the number 1 P car is Jason Philpott out of Sacramento. Behind Jason in the 90 car, that's Jason Kirby. Following up behind him in the 29 car, out of Sacramento, California, that's Jason Botsford. On the outside of Jason in the 7A car, Modesto, California, Jerry Bogus. In the number 3 car, out of Lodi, California, that's Robert Knittel. Starting behind Robert in the 42 car, out of Medford, Oregon, that's Ken Scales. In the 7X ride tonight, here for your enjoyment, out of Gardnerville, Nevada, Robert Miller. In the 05 car, Roseville, California, sends us Eric Schmidt. In the number 8 car, out of Lodi, must be Robert's neighbor, that's Jack Stone. The 58X car hails from Meridian, Idaho. That's Ron Award. In the 75 car, kind of passed over him, didn't mean to. Out of Modesto, California, that's Eddie Wilcox. Driving the red number 98 car, out of Stockton, California, that's Danny Canasoto. In the 9 car from Stockton, California, the 9J car, that's Jeff Thomas. And in the 19X car, out of Cottonwood, that's Randy Houston. In the back row, out of Salida, California, that's Sammy Soleri. Starting on the outside of Sammy tonight, winding up your field, your 22 car field of Grand American Modifieds. In the number 40 car, that's Aaron Young from Stockton. Impressive bunch of race cars. Guys get settled in, take a few last tugs on the belt, couple of deep breaths. Pace cars off the racetrack, anticipating a start next time around. 22 cars, this could be good. And they're up. Oh, we got one a little bit high. One final round, way up on the wall. Jason Kirby making severe contact with that turn 3 wall. Tires, this could be good. And they're up. Oh, we got one a little bit high. One final round, way up on the wall. Jason Kirby making severe contact with that turn 3 wall. backing up Eddie Wilcox in the meantime in the 75 car. And the 19 car of Randy Houston. Eddie Wilcox looks to be all right. He's got his net down. Give you an update on Jason Kirby as soon as we get it. With flag in hand, we're racing. It's picking up a big couple of positions there up to second place. Oh no, the yellow flag on the backstretch is your leader. Your leader, Steve Stacy, and the 3-car of Robert Knittel tangled on the backstretch. We've got one wadded up here on the front stretch. Now they're just wrecking all over the place. And it looks like we're going to get a start this time. John Mullen says yes. Victor Canera showing the way. Mark Welch underneath, trying Tony Silva. Underneath, Tony Silva comes around. Second place. And there's a spin on turn 4. Could change the status of this race real quick here. And miraculously no yellows. Nice piece of work by Jack Stone of Lodi, California. Welch hammering on a tailpipe of the 42 car of Victor Canera, running that first piece of real estate. See what's up. Jeff Thomas off the racing service in turn 3. See if that brings out a yellow. Probably will. Yes. And as the yellow comes out on the 8th lap, Steve Stacy back on the racetrack. See what's up with that. Little fracas on the backstretch. Sometimes it's really hard to get focus back there on these starts. It's a real accordion effect back there. It's like pulling a rubber band and turning it loose sometimes. Well, we get them all tucked up here as Victor Canella leads them in. Coming around for the green, and we got it. We're racing. 3 abreast off of turn 4 with the 3-car Robert Knittel, the 75 car, and the 6-car Sam Solari. Really tight race in the back there. Up front, Ganella challenged heavily by Mark Welch on the outside. Tony Silla takes the pass on the outside, coming on the far. And secures second place. Very tight racing up in that first four position with Jerry Progress up there trying to close the gap, being challenged by the 42 car of Kim Scales out of Medford, Oregon. Yellow flags out for the 75 car. Well, once again, a pace car pulled off the racing surface. Once again, Steve Stacy pulls on the racing surface. Tries feverishly to catch up with the pack before they come around and take the green from John Moreland. See what unfolds here. That's the green flag unfolded. And the racing once again is Stockton, 99 Speedway. Being heavily challenged by Mark Welch in that beautiful yellow 23 car. Welch throwing it down low in turn one over the rumble strips and up for the first position. Yes, he does have it. Tony Silla working hard on the 42 car of Ganella. Makes the pass successfully and earns his number 2 spot in the racing field. Up of the grind, he's going on half four. Spark show from the 42 car. Wow, that's going to leave a mark. Racing back to the yellow, all the rest of the cars make it through just fine. Looks like we got some tire trouble on the 17 car and definitely some trouble on the 42 car. Kin Scales out of Medford, Oregon, excuse me. With Welch and Stacy in the back of this pack and a numerous amount of laps to go, this could be really exciting, especially if the crew guys got Stacy a ride that he could drive. You might want to watch the back of the pack as well as the front. Really hard to make up your mind where you want to watch here at 99 Speedway. There's action all over the racetrack, as you're about to see. But not this time around. '17 car Paul Henry back joining the games. The fun and festivity of the fantastic Grand American Modified. Got into turn one. We have a major pile up, collected a lot of race cars up there. Yellow flags waving and yellow lights on all over the place. We'll see what unfolds, see how many we can back out of that one. Well, it looks like the 6 car of Sam Solari, the 9 car Jeff Thomas. Russ Ward got collected in that melee as well. Actually, Tony is the leader and still champion of the 2000 Grand American Modified Series at this point. But it's a long season. That could all change. Off a turn 4, Moreland says, let's go racing. Robert Knittel taking over the third place spot. Silva enjoying a handsome lead over Jason Philpott and Robert Knittel. Doing a fine job coming up through the field. Don't know if he's got time to do anything with it, but it's a valiant display on his part. Tony Silva is apparently checked out. Put a lot of acreage between him and the one car of Jason Philpott. On turn 4. Gonna bring out a yellow flag, regroup these guys, and we're gonna have a shootout. Yeah, we're going to get some pretty fast race cars with only 5 laps to go. Guess what? Anything can, does, and probably will happen here at 99 Speedway with these Grand Am Modifieds the first time out. The new Millennium brought out here just for you. Although it's up to Tony Silva to lead them in, it's up to the second and third place car and the respective field as well to come in under a well-groomed, lined-up attitude. And that wasn't to John's liking. He'll make him go around again. I don't know. Yes. Tony Silva. On the front stretch, the 75 car looks like we're going to have a checkered yellow. Tony Silva, Jason Philpott, and Robert Knittel. Barely missing the 75 car on the front stretch, stacked up against the wall here. What a piece of driving. Let's give them a big hand. They can hear you now. They're slow. Their engines are down. A big hand for these guys. What a piece of work. Whoa. Great job, guys. Great job. Stay around for this. This is going to be a barn burner.
This your first day?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A fresh one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much fresh. Give him a big round of applause.
I finally made it to winner's circle.
70 starts to winner's circle. That's
what we understand.
that's working hard. Well, we'll let him get some pictures and do the post-race frivolity up there. We really appreciate you fans hanging around with us. It's been a long, long day, but I think we'll be able to put on a good show. These cars get around this racetrack. One of them went in 11:95. Lonnie Adamson today with quick time in the super modified. The fastest race cars here this weekend, both at Madera and Stockton 99. We're here with the SRL, the Super Modified Racing League. Check us out on the internet at supermodifiedracing.com, and you can keep track of our schedule and what's going on. Car number 32 out of Fresno, California, Jim Burgess. Inside of him, car number 91, he's out of Emmett, Idaho. We call it Rocket Man, Rick Beanstra. Car number 72 out of Citrus Heights, California, Chuck Stovall. Car number 78, the Spirit of Madera car. Quick time tonight with an 11:95. A new driver in that car, Lonnie Adamson. Next to him in car number 1 out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Davey Hamilton. Car number 98, the yellow car out of Carson City, Nevada, Eric Silsby. Car number 98T from Fulton, New York, Howard Page. Howard wants to say thank you to Randy's Race Palace for the help today to get to Stockton. Inside of him, the 46 car, Alan Beck out of Carson City, Nevada. Next to him, car number 8 from Toll House, California, George Greenway. Car number 28, all the way from Seattle, Washington, Ray Stebbins. And on the pole tonight, the 3-time Copper World Classic winner from Dinuba, California, Troy Regier. Flagman Lane sits poised. He's ready to turn him loose. The number 32 car, Jim Burgess, slows down on the back chute. Then we stack 2 of them up going into 1 and 2. Eric Silsby in the yellow number 98 and Ray Stebbins. Here they come. Green flag. Yellow flag comes out. Eric Silsby with contact with the number 72 car. Lost the nose wing. It sits in the top of 3 and turn 4. Get that piece picked up. Green flag. George Greenway gets loose coming off of turn 2, loops it, goes into the infield, brings out the yellow flag. That puts Howard Page right behind Troy Vergeer with Rick Veenstra in third. Green flag. Yellow flag comes out. Car number 72 stopped there in the back. We'll get him pushed into the infield where it's safe. Turn these guys loose again. Too bad for Rick Veenstra, number 91. He had a run on the 98T car, and all for naught. Goes back to the last green flag lap before the yellow flag, so Rick Veenstra needs to get after him again. He wants to get up there and see if he can run with Regier in the 10 car, and then of course Lonnie Adamson right behind him. Lonnie starting in the 10th position tonight. He's worked himself up to 4th in the car number 78. He was quick time, and then drew the number 10 pill for the invert, which means he was started on the 5th row outside. So an unfortunate draw for Lonnie Adamson tonight. Could have been a 6 or an 8 invert. Lane Saxton gives him a look. Green flag. Yellow flag comes out. Number 1 car, Davey Hamilton, stopped on the back chute. Green flag. Picks up the win. Rick Beeser with a valiant try there on a lap car, and he tags the wall and ends up on the infield. Rick Beeser finishes second. Eric Silsby puts a pass on number 78, Lonnie Adamson, right there going into 1, and he grabs third place. Let him hear you in the Dave and Sharon Biswell-owned car, number 10, Troy Regier. Thanks for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's cold, and I know you've been here a long time. We really appreciate you staying here and putting up with a million yellow flags today. Drive safe and make sure to come back next week to 99 Speedway right here in Stockton.
Mr. Mike Miniger, once again, give him a big hand for being out here helping call this super modified race. And it was a super race indeed. Absolutely. A lot of action going on out there, a lot of changes. Nothing stays the same in auto racing. That's why I keep coming back myself. You guys do be careful driving home. The life you save may be your own. Definitely see you back here. I think I'm going to see you back here. I haven't talked to my boss yet, but I'm going to come back next week anyway, whether I'm up here in the stands or whatever.
whatever, load it up, time to head for the track. Through the gates to the infield, no better place to party with friends till the end of the race. In the middle of the action, the center of the storm. Hold on, honey, here we go again. 200 mile an hour twist, they're coming around the bend. I swear when you fear and rush, you'll never be the same. It's a hell of a ride inside the eye of the hurricane. There's work a day early, but my boss didn't mind it at all. He pulled his arm in next to me up against a turnbull wall. From the ditch to concessions, anywhere that you go, nothing like the thunder on the day of the show. In the middle of the action, the center of the storm. Hold on, honey, here we go again. 200 mile an hour twist, they're coming around the bend. I swear when you feel that rush, you'll never be the same. It's a hell of a ride inside the eye of a hurricane. You better come catch your breath, you'll come back